Okay, welcome to Organic Chemistry Week 2, if we aren't in school by now. So we're talking about functional groups today. All you're going to have to do, there'd be a lot more to do if you were actually in school, but all you're going to need to do if we're doing this online, is to be able to identify a compound and put it in which functional group it's in. So one of your assignments is just going to be to take 12 different compounds, tell whether it's an ether, an ester, a halide, etc. All you have to do is identify. You don't have to name them. You don't have to be able to write them out. You just have to be able to identify them. The second assignment this week is going to be finding one real-life use for each of the ones that you found for the first assignment. So, for example, if you were looking at a halide, you type in uses for halides and write down one thing. Okay, so let's talk about each one of them really quickly. And these are all in Table R. The first ones are halides. Again, you can see this on Table R. I'm just summarizing. If you've got a carbon chain and you've got, let's say, F at the end, or Cl, or Br, or I, anything from group 17, that's a halide. Okay? And alcohol, same idea. I'm just going to keep using 3 carbons just to do something. Has an OH somewhere on it. It doesn't have to be at the end, by the way. I'm just putting it on the end because it's what I'm doing for now. So this is an alcohol. It has an OH. That's it. That's all I have to know. Ethers have an O in the middle of the carbon chain. So let's say we have 2 carbons, then an O, then a C. You can see that I'm leaving off the hydrogens when I put it out. The hydrogens are still there. I can designate that with little lines, but it's just easier for what we're doing just to not show them. But they are there. Okay, next one's an aldehyde and ketones. Those two go together. Aldehydes have a double bond O off the carbon chain, but it has to be somewhere off an end carbon, like that. Okay? The difference is a ketone, same idea, but the double bond O is off one of the middle carbons. That's it, they go together. Okay, organic acid, again, all these on Table R, I'm just summarizing, looks like a cross between an aldehyde and an alcohol. Off the same end carbon, there's a double bond O and an OH. That's an organic acid. Okay, an ester, sounds like someone's name, right? Same idea again, only there's a difference. You've got a double bond O with an O, but there's still more C's attached. Okay, again, I'm just picking a random number of carbons to put on these, but anything with, for example, esters that has this, that is an ester. Anything that has this at the end, that's an organic acid. Okay, you're just focusing on finding that thing that's different than the others. An amine, amines and amides are the only one with nitrogen. So an amine usually, it's a little confusing on Table R, has an NH2 at the end. Or somewhere in it, but usually it's at the end. The only difference between an amine and an amide is that an amide has a double bond O and an NH2. Okay? Those are all of them. Again, all you have to do is be able to identify them. You look at a compound, you say, okay, this one has an N, so I'm going to go between these two. Okay, it also has a double bond O. It must be this one. You just need to identify which it is. And then find a property about mostly each one of them. There might be 1 or 2 that you don't label, so you don't have to find out what it is. Okay, those are your 2 assignments for this week. I think you can handle it. Go you. Have a great day.